Dragon Kesic send it deep, and a fair catch called for by Rutgers.
His decision making is going to be huge today, and he's going to have to find completions against a stingy Minnesota defense.
Antoine Raymond gets the start at running back, and Kaliakmanis has a completion to begin his day. And that's Logan Blake, his tight end, high school basketball player, still developing. Kaliakmanis fakes it and fires over the middle on a slant route. It's Christian Drimmel. Best year was 2023 for him, 36 catches and 3 touchdowns, and Jack Henderson made the tackle. Kaliakmanis hands it off, and Antoine Raymond with his first carry takes it out across midfield with a pickup of 4. That's Maverick Baranowski making the stop. Maverick Baranowski, about as good of a linebacker name as you will find. Born to play backer.
Yeah, Baranowski. The guy was born to play linebacker, born to make tackles. He's going to be meeting up with those running backs for the Scarlet Knights a lot today. Antoine Raymond, Jay-Sean Benjamin in for Kyle Monungai. Can't truly replace a Kyle Monungai, but you can definitely spread the work around.
Another carry, and this looks close to that line to gain. Maybe be marked just, yep, right. They're going to give him that first down for Antoine Raymond.
Rutgers offense looking to the sideline, getting the play, getting the adjustments.
Kaliakmanis hands it off, and they're going to get good push out of the left side of that offensive line and run into the arms of Cody Lindenberg.
Everybody's going to have to pick up the slack, especially up front on this offensive line.
Kaliakmanis as he throws, and lucky to get that football out of his hand. It's Ja Joyner who's flashing into the backfield, and Ja Joyner had that sack fumble to finish off Illinois just last week. 3rd and 6, Kaliakmanis organizing things at the line, and he will hand it off. See if this is 4-down territory as Raymond is able to pick up 5 and give him a decision to make. Antoine Raymond stays in the game at running back. Motion man is Miller. Kaliakmanis flush, firing down the sideline, and it is broken up. Rutgers calling for a flag. There will be none. Brosmer scans and has a wide open man down the sideline, and his favorite target, that's Daniel Jackson. Marcus Major checks in at running back, empty it out for Brosmer, and Brosmer looking directly over the ball, and that is broken up.
Lemecki is not afraid to go in there and get active.
On 2nd and 10, flip it to Darius Taylor, and Taylor trying to gain that edge, but unable to. Stopped up by Powell, Tyree Powell, the team captain, with the speed to meet him on the edge. Gain of 2. Rutgers fans getting into the game on a 3rd and 8. Brosmer drops, pressured, flushed. Now Brosmer just going to tuck it and run with space out front. He is still on his feet as he takes it inside the 25. Sets up Minnesota nicely. Brosmer drops, pressured immediately, able to escape it once again. And now Brosmer is going to run one more time. Why not? The hamstrings are loosened up now. And P.J. Fleck said his biggest strength is he is an elite processor. So they put a lot on Brosmer at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes 2-3 plays, and he can decide what will work best. Now on 2nd and 8. Back to the air. Brosmer buying time and throwing it away.
Good job by this Rutgers defense right here, just keeping a cap on the defense.
Brosmer hands it off. Taylor with the carry. Taylor with space. Taylor with a touchdown. A little bobble there on the snap, and it is no good. Extra point is no good. The hold was not clean. Kesic sent it deep, and a fair catch called for by K.J. Wright. So Athan Kaliakmanis back onto the field, moved the ball nicely on the opening drive before turning it over On 4th down, handed off and tripped up as he tried to make his way through the hole as Antoine Raymond.
So Rutgers looking to the sideline, getting their adjustments.
Kaliakmanis hands it off and running into the arms of Cody Lindenberg.
But when this guy puts hands on you, Jack, you go down.
Kaliakmanis looking deep down the sideline, put one up top and reeled in. That's KJ Duff, the 6'6", 219-pound freshman. Jayshon Benjamin checks in at running back, gets the football, gets to the edge, and takes it down inside the 30. Kaliakmanis, clean drop, and another completion inside the 10. Dymere Miller. Jayshon Benjamin stays in the game at running back. Kaliakmanis gives it. Here's Benjamin up the middle and able to drag a couple of defenders inside the 5 and down to the 3. Kaliakmanis,
they had something there.
With some pace, back up to the line, handed off, similar looking play, and maybe got a yard. Benjamin checks out. Antoine Raymond back into the game at tailback. 1 for 2 on 3rd down, and thus far for Rutgers.
One-on-one up top with Dymere Miller.
Kaliakmanis hands it off, hit at the line of scrimmage, trying to fight forward is Raymond, and he is stopped by Minnesota. And Kaliakmanis is under center. He's trying to take it himself, and he's able to. Touchdown Rutgers with the quarterback sneak. And was there a timeout before the play was snapped? The refs are having a conversation.
Oh, it looked like they may have gotten a timeout.
Prior to the snap, timeout. Minnesota, they're first of the half. It'll be extended for immediate timeout.
So now from the shotgun. Fake it to Raymond, throw that slant right in behind it, and it is caught for the touchdown. Dymere Miller. Jay Patel for the extra point, and this one is true.
DJ Flex is doing a great job with this team, especially in the second half of the season.
Jack Scullion out of Ireland send it deep, and Coy Parrish.
He got space.
And Parrish with some room out in front as he crosses the 25. Darius Taylor gets the football. Taylor patient and then runs into a group. 2nd and 9, and a flag is in the air. Movement by Minnesota prior to the snap.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Quinn Carroll has the position flex to move inside. Then Phillip Daniels is starting at right tackle, making his 2nd start at right tackle. Young freshman, kid out of Cincinnati.
Empty set for Brosmer. He's able to read it and deliver, and Brosmer is cooking as he has another 1st down. Sling it to the outside. This is Elijah Spencer. Brosmer back to his drop. Daniel Jackson with this one, and it's really just 3 receivers that you'll see on the outside. 2 of them predominantly in the passing game are Jackson and Spencer, as we have a flag over on the Rutgers side of the field.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic, 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 36, Taylor with the cutback, and Taylor had defenders there waiting on him. It's Jabome. It's interesting listening to offensive coordinator Greg Harbaugh say that Brosmer liked the huddle. He liked to get in a huddle with all guys on the offense, get the play call, so they actually adapted things to go to what Brosmer likes. That's why you'll see Minnesota huddling up throughout the course of the afternoon. This complete, it's Major, his running back, and both of these running backs, especially Taylor, but Major too, really good receivers out of the backfields. 2 for 2 on 3rd down thus far. Brosmer, clean drop, firing, and Jackson cannot get to the football. Throw a little behind him. From 51 yards away, Dragan Kesic, 2 for 5 from deep on the season.
Trained it.
And Kesic hit a dime. Send it deep, and Rutgers content with a touchback.
See him calm and composed again, going up against his former team. I think emotions would get to him.
And he stays in control. Dymere Miller with the grab and moving the sticks on Gooseby.
See, you see Rutgers look to the sideline to get their adjustments. You'll see Minnesota huddle up. Just two different ways to get their offense going.
Benjamin with the carry, and Benjamin
good cut.
With a good cut and a pickup of 6. Kaliakmanis with a pump fake. Now he has to get away, and he's able to flip the football to Benjamin, and Benjamin just got back to that line of scrimmage. So 1 for 3 on 3rd down. Kaliakmanis make that 2 for 4. Complete, a big hit put on, but able to hang on to that football is Dymere Miller. And Miller off to a good start. 6 straight completions for Kaliakmanis. Fake it, holding on to the football as long as he can. He is hit. 2nd and 10. Kaliakmanis, clean drop. Logan Blake for a pickup of just 1.
They lost Tyler Nubin to the draft in the Giants last year. Antoine Whitfield Jr. is one of the highest paid safeties in all of pro football. I'm sure they have depth at the safety position.
Minnesota showed pressure, dropped out of it. Kaliakmanis with a great throw down the sideline to KJ Duff. Had to fit it in over the coverage. It did so beautifully.
And the defender couldn't.
And Kaliakmanis slings it back in the direction of KJ Duff. Kaliakmanis riding that handoff, holding as long as he could before he eventually hands the ball to Raymond, and Raymond is going to gain that 1st down based on the spot he does, and the sticks will move. Kaliakmanis keeps it to pass, looking end zone, and caught for the touchdown. Dymere Miller, 1 on the route and gets the score. Rutgers takes the lead. And Kaliakmanis 7 of 8 for 66 yards and the touchdown to go along with it. Jay, you could feel that this game was personal when we met with them this week. Didn't want to say too much, but it has felt that way so far.
You cannot overestimate the power of disrespect. And I think Athan Kaliakmanis felt he was disrespected at Minnesota. He's come out playing very well.
Fake it to Taylor, set up the screen. It's Jamison Gears, the tight end, that grabbed it. On 2nd and 9, Brosmer complete to a man who just always seems to be open, especially as of late. Heavy formation for Minnesota, and they're going to push their quarterback right in the backside across that line to gain, and Brosmer picks up that 1st down. Man in motion is Christian Driver. Brosmer on the roll, and Brosmer throws it away. And Darius Taylor checks back in before a 2nd and 10. Give it to him, Taylor up the middle, and Taylor plows his way forward for a pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd and mid-range, call it a 3rd and 6. Minnesota 3 for 4 on 3rd down thus far. Brosmer, pressure in his face, and he fires across the middle looking for his tight end, and Jamison Gears. Want the first punt for either team. It is a low punt that has no rotation on it, and it is a beauty. What a punt it was. Mark Crawford.
You have to double one of those guys. You put speed in the slot. Dymere Miller, he's going to get work all day.
Trying to just get out of the shadow of their own goal post. It's Benjamin who gets maybe a couple. Let's check in with Caroline.
Well, after Dymere Miller entered the transfer portal out of Monmouth, he landed on Rutgers in large part because of its proximity to family. He grew up about an hour and a half away in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and estimates he has 40 family members in attendance for every home game. That last touchdown he scored right in front of the section where they always sit. He told me he knows exactly where to find them and loves to spot them in the crowds during games.
That's so awesome. Jack, that is so awesome. I understand it.
The goal remains second down.
2nd 11. Kaliakmanis drops the pass. He's looking deep down the field, and this pass is caught on the run. His big, tall wide receiver in KJ Duff. Make it Ian Strong. It's Ian Strong who comes down with it, and he was working on the best corner on the outside for the Golden Gophers.
Where Ian could adjust. That's a big-time catch.
Kaliakmanis on the ball, snaps quickly and hands off for a gain of just 1. A 65-yard pass from Kaliakmanis, the longest of his career. Now Kaliakmanis looking for more, and this one came off a little high as Dymere Miller came out of his break, and he was open. On 3rd and 9, Kaliakmanis throws one up down the sideline, and it is broken up. A flag comes down on top of it. Ian Strong, the intended target.
Pass interference. Defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage. Automatic. First down.
Kaliakmanis gives. It's Benjamin. And Benjamin goes up the middle for a short gain.
He spent more than 10 minutes in the tent with multiple members of the athletic training staff who iced it. He's sitting on the bench, doesn't look to be coming back in anytime soon.
Caroline, thank you. And that's Benjamin with the grab, working on Ethan Robinson. Kaliakmanis on the roll. Eyes looking towards the end zone, throws a dangerous pass.
That's the mistake.
That was intercepted inbounds. It's Ethan Robinson. So 21 turnovers now for Minnesota defensively. They've been one of the best, one of the very best in the country at that. Here is Christian Driver. Now 2nd and 6. Darius Taylor in as the run. And Taylor releases out into the flat, and he is sacked. Brosmer didn't see the pressure coming in time. Keontae Hamilton and company. We have a 3rd and 14 after the first sack by either team was logged by Keontae Hamilton. Brosmer, buying time. Brosmer fires, has a completion, and has that first down. What a throw it was. Nick Callerup, his tight end, back to the air. Brosmer, another completion. Elijah Spencer, and Spencer takes it out across midfield. Brosmer, clean drop, firing down the sideline, and this is broken up. A beautiful play made defensively by Longerbeam. They call Longerbeam their best cover guy. NFL potential lived up to it on that one.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. Brosmer has to get rid of the football quickly and does, and he's going to set up a 3rd and about 5, maybe 4 upcoming as Daniel Jackson cuts into the yardage that they needed.
He can run the entire route tree. You see him right there, just find space, get open, running out, and do the most important thing, get out of bounds, save your timeouts.
So it'll be a 3rd and 4. Bring Jackson out of the backfield. Brosmer looking towards Jackson, down the sideline, and just a little too far as Daniel Jackson tried to extend. And Kaliakmanis going to get an opportunity before halftime. Christian Drimmel back deep to receive, and this is a high punt with a perfect roll. Do they get the feet and bounds to stop it at the 1? They say yes, sir.
Ruined on the field of a touchback stands. 1st and 10. Rutgers from the 20-yard line.
Coach Shiano told us a story about a day PJ wasn't at practice for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and Shiano knew practice was messed up. It was because PJ's energy wasn't there.
That's right. Kaliakmanis tries to keep it himself, and he is stopped up by Cody Lindenberg. And there goes that clock winding under 40 seconds, and Rutgers appears content to let it do just that. Yeah,
Rutgers up by 5 points right now. I think they're content with going into the locker room with the lead. They're still on the ball right now. Maybe they'll get a play off.
Now Kaliakmanis to the air, and this is incomplete. Looking for Ian Strong, and a little behind him. It was fun listening, especially Coach Shiano reminisce on some of those days.
Absolutely.
And this could take us into the half.
This Rutgers team has come out fired up. I think they've responded in this first half to the challenge. But if Minnesota wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to do a better job making a play on the ball while it's in the air.
Jack Scullion sent it deep, and Coy Parrish with an opportunity. And Parrish with a nice cut. And Rutgers has been very good when taking a lead into the half. See if they can get themselves out of this rut as Minnesota trying to keep this win streak alive. 4 games it is thus far. Start with the air, outside, complete to Daniel Jackson.
They don't have to throw the ball deep. They can still stay in their run game. They can still give the football to Darius Taylor.
And Darius Taylor yet to really get going. See if that becomes an emphasis for PJ Fleck. This is Taylor, and Taylor is swallowed up again by the teeth. The middle of that defense. Marcus Major checks in for him at running back on a 3rd and 3. Roseman gives. This is Major, and Major takes a major hit.
This is the return of the back, man. Okay, this is the year for the running
field
back.
Of a first down is confirmed. Also, there is no targeting foul. 1st and 10.
It's just that Minnesota got them a quarterback now, too.
Here is that quarterback, Rosemary. Flag comes down. He's shooting this ball deep down the field, looking for Elijah Spencer. We will await the call. That's Flip Dixon, who is there in coverage, the Minnesota transfer.
Personal foul. Defense number 71, hands to the face, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
It's the 3rd Rutgers penalty for 33 yards. Now just shy of the 50. And this is Taylor, and Taylor has no room to operate. He's dropped in the backfield by a couple of defenders.
Make the tackle.
On 2nd and long, Rosemary outside. Daniel Jackson, coverage was sticky, but Jackson with enough room, and he is going to take it inside the 50 and set up a 3rd down and doable for Minnesota.
Every time Daniel Jackson is on the backside of a 3-by-1 formation, like 3 receivers to one side, but he's on the single receiver side. If he's one-on-one, Max Brosmer, he's going to throw it to him 100 out of 100 times.
Marcus Major in at tailback on a 3rd and 4. Rosemer pressured. Rosemer delivers. Elijah Spencer. Mentioned earlier, he is earning respect. Darius Taylor checks back in. He tries the left side of that offensive line. Rosemer scans, finds his tight end. This is Jamison Gears, and Gears moves ahead for that 1st down. Tyreen Powell got him on the ground, but not before the chains will move.
Finding some space in his defense.
Quickly up on the ball and back to his tight end. And Gears, that's Flip Dixon, we had to chase him to the sideline. 2nd red zone trip for Minnesota, 1 for 1 thus far with the touchdown. Rosemer on the roll, complete. It's Major, and Major all by himself in for the touchdown. Both these running backs, excellent receivers, and Major was all alone.
Rutgers coverage looked lost in man coverage right there. Touchdown.
Minnesota send it deep, and a fair catch called for, as Rutgers tends to do by Christian.
Vertical passing game of Rutgers has created space and made Minnesota second guess everything.
Kaliakmanis hands it off. It's Antoine Raymond. Shot through a gap and runs into the arm of Parrish. Saw the numbers of Raymond thus far as he's stepping in from a none guy. The star running back for Rutgers out today after a hit that he took against USC. As well, Minnesota now with the 2-point lead. It's just been back and forth, plenty of offense. Quarterbacks having a good day as Kaliakmanis tries to keep that alive. Miller had some room and couldn't get him the ball. Minnesota showing pressure. Drop back out of it. Kaliakmanis sees it, fires, and Dymere Miller had his hands all over the football and dropped it.
There was just nowhere to throw the football for Kaliakmanis.
Just one completion the last 6 passes for Kaliakmanis. Punt group comes on. Jacob Anderson on to boot it away. A low punt with some backspin on it that's going to settle inside the 10 as it has some good roll for the Rutgers. Here is Major, and Major, who had the touchdown grab, is moving forward, this time in the ground game.
PJ Fleck told us this week, now guys, we can throw to run. It seems like they did that last drive.
And Brosmer has another completion to his running back, and Taylor, a penalty marker, comes out. But finally saw Darius Taylor get involved in the pass game, something we expected to see a lot of coming in.
Yeah, just a little H-post. Thought they would do more of that earlier.
Holding. Defense. Number 7. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
On longer beam right there. Just a little too handsy.
On first down, Brosmer. Clean drop, and he just gets that football out of his hands. Sailed on him a little bit, looking for Daniel Jackson. Bring Darius Taylor across the formation. Taylor with the football. Taylor met and dropped in the backfield. Flashing through and getting another hit on him is Jordan Thompson.
Straight ball.
Massive defensive possession here for Rutgers. Can they get off the field? Brosmer looking deep, put some air up underneath that football, and it is incomplete.
Usually Daniel Jackson is used to completing that pass.
Penalty marker right as the football was snapped. Christian Dremel steps underneath of it and calls for the fair catch.
Offside defense, number 81, penalties declined. There was no running into the kicker because the player was blocked into the kicker. First down.
The best starting field position for Rutgers today from their own 40. Kaliakmanis starts looking deep and sails this football out of bounds.
Well, Jack, I asked linebacker Cody Lindenberg what he's seen in Parrish this season, and Lindenberg told me he has a swagger about him that is rare for a freshman. Lindenberg said he's just himself, which is easier said than done when you're that young, and it's infectious.
Yeah, Caroline, 5 interceptions is a heck of a lot for any player, but for a true freshman, what an introduction. Over the middle, and this pass is caught. Nice slant route run by Ian Strong. And we are checking on Ian Strong over that break. He kind of got rolled up on. He was over there trying to get himself moving a little bit, kept his helmet on, and we will see if he comes back into the game. It's Ben Black wearing number 81 who checked in for him. Kaliakmanis, quick throw through the arms of his wide receiver and nearly intercepted. Kaliakmanis drops the pass. He is hit, and that football comes out. Diving on top of it is his own offensive line, just trying to get there and do damage control. Anthony Smith, like a rocket, hit Kaliakmanis before he could get his thoughts straight. First sack for Minnesota. 3rd and 23. Kaliakmanis under pressure again, somehow escapes. And that pass is incomplete as Kaliakmanis is slow back up to his feet. And he took some punishment on that drive. John Joyner as well as Jalen Logan Redding. Jacob Anderson on to punt. And the pass rush of Minnesota. The story of that drive for Parrish. Calls for the fair catch and steps underneath of it. But Coach Chiano, he stepped into it. And he talked about that relationship. And, you know, he said, for Kaliakmanis, it's just a matter of what motivates you. And the great ones always play with a little anger. He had no problem with them trying to harness some of that motivation as a run here gains a couple.
Now they give it back to Minnesota. This defense has to stop Minnesota on this drive to show Minnesota there for real.
Roseberg, clean drop. His tight end is wide open, and Jamison Gears. And Gears has been productive.
Oftentimes quarterbacks need play action or schemes.
And Roseberg back to his tight end for a short gain. He likes to huddle. He likes it empty too. Roseberg reading the defense. Complete. Elijah Spencer. Roseberg looking for his top target.
You see him right there, Bo Maskell right in the way to make the play.
A heavy rush on that punt by Rutgers. Mark Crawford with a good roll, and he has been doing a job in this punt game. Really, both punters. Kaliakmanis gives. It's Raymond, and he runs into the arms of Cody Lindenberg. And Kaliakmanis hands it off. Raymond with a nice cut. Raymond now with space, and he picks up that first down. Averaging 4.5 yards on first down plays alone. Kaliakmanis would like a play just like that to begin the fourth. Kaliakmanis fires. It's Ian Strong who checked back into the game after being shaken up.
That's what championship teams do when they're challenged, especially in the second half.
Here's Antoine Raymond, and Raymond is going to pick up a few, maybe give him 4. That's Jalen Logan Redding.
Well, you talk about that Minnesota defense being aggressive. A lot of that comes from their coordinator, Corey Heatherman. He's been spending a lot of time with the defensive back saying disciplined eyes, challenge every throw.
And Kaliakmanis is looking deep downfield. He's like the deep ball today. It's KJ Duff, Caroline. He's trying to get the football too, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 5. We've seen this Minnesota defense come to life.
Oftentimes a cornerback can get beat, but when the ball is in there, that ball has to be yours.
Anderson with the punt that has no roll. Maybe even a little bit of backspin as Coy Parrish lets it bounce and settle at about the 36-yard line, which is where Minnesota will take over offensively after their defense does a job. Well, Caroline, you can, and when you talk to him, he plays about how he is to hang out with. Very calm, very cool. Now Roseberg has to be cool as he's trying to escape pressure and cannot. Fake it to Taylor. Roseberg trying to escape the pressure, and now just going to flip this football out of bounds.
This Minnesota offense fights for another day.
Third and a mile, and this crowd is all the way into it. 3rd and 22. Roseberg over the ball, complete to his tight end. He stopped well short of the line to gain.
Let's see what Athan Kaliakmanis can do.
The first 3 and out of the game for either team, as this punt was under heat and able to get off a low liner that had some roll. Antoine Raymond, the running back. Kaliakmanis just 1 for 8 for 15 yards in this half. Kaliakmanis trying to find it. Instead, he finds his backside as that pass rush continues to get home and continues to make his life extremely difficult.
Getting back there, affecting Athan Kaliakmanis. See Corey Heatherman right there. Used to be the linebackers coach at Rutgers. Now he's the defensive coordinator. Took over for Joe Rossi for the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
And that was Devin Eastern in the face of Kaliakmanis. Now backed up, Kaliakmanis to the air, and it is incomplete. On 3rd and 16, Kaliakmanis trying to move away from that pressure. It's batted down at the line. Cody Lindenberg has his hand up in the air, and a penalty marker is down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 17. 15-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage, automatic, first down.
Now with pressure off the edge, look at this play. Coy Parrish, you saw him creeping at the line of scrimmage. He read it all the way, and he dropped Antoine Raymond. On 2nd and 10, Kaliakmanis hanging on to that handoff as long as you can do so before he gives it to Raymond. That's Devin Easter. Now Kaliakmanis buying extra time, and that is complete. Going up and using that length is Ian Strong. And this game has flashed why they are excited about the future of that receiver room between KJ Duff and Ian Strong, a true freshman and a sophomore on the outside. 1st and 10. 21 Raymond with the carry, and he is going to pick up a couple. He had that huge tackle for loss late in the win over Illinois last week, and then followed it up with another big play in coverage on 4th down. So known to be clutch defensively. Back to the ground game. Not much room, maybe a yard that time for Raymond.
But it's all attributed to their defensive coordinator, Corey Heatherman. This guy's been a lot of places.
And Kaliakmanis has a perfect pass dropped on the outside by Dymere Miller. A great ball from Kaliakmanis, and Miller clearly frustrated with himself, walking over to the bench.
Wow. Ball couldn't have been thrown any better by Athan Kaliakmanis. We've been raving about Dymere Miller all game. Just didn't make the catch. There's Corey Heatherman right there, still coaching, still doing his thing. Defensive stay is still out there for this punt.
And this one is reeled in by Coy Parrish. Roseburg gives. Taylor tries the right side. A penalty marker comes out from behind that Minnesota offensive line.
Yeah, usually that's holding.
Yep.
Holding, offense, number 60. Half the distance to the goal, and first down.
Big Phillip got his first start last week versus Illinois. He's playing well.
On 1st and 16 from his own end zone. Roseburg complete. This ball's on the ground, though it's dropped, and Rutgers is flying to dive on top of it, and they believe they have it, and they do. Minnesota had not turned the ball over since Darius Taylor fumbled in the 2nd quarter against USC. Long time ago. You got to go back to the beginning of October. Now Kaliakmanis trying to turn it into points. Throws high, penalty markers are out. Working on the best DB in Justin Wally of Minnesota.
Definitely going to get that call. When you have a big wide out like Ian Strong, 6'3", 220 pounds. See Justin Wally right here. He's 5'11", 195, trying to keep vision to the quarterback.
Defense. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard
You like that call?
line, automatic first down.
Raymond, the running back. Raymond gets the football, and he is dropped instantaneously. 2nd and goal. Kaliakmanis, touchdown Rutgers, Ian Strong. The fumble becomes 6
by Rutgers.
And Jay Patel on for the extra point. Kaliakmanis, 5th career game with 3 touchdown passes. Now it's Max Brosmer's turn. Brosmer hit right as he faked the football into the arms of Taylor. They say the ball is out, and there is a pile as they're fighting for it inside the 5.
Wow. Keyshawn Griffin.
Brosmer was smacked as soon as the play action was over with. Never had a chance to get his eyes up. Rutgers believe that they have the football, and do they? They say possession will stay with the Golden Gophers.
Tough to start the drive that way.
So now inside the 5, Brosmer looking deep toward his favorite target. Coverage is fantastic as he tries to get the football into Daniel Jackson. That's Al-Shadi Saloom over there in coverage. 3rd and 19 after Rutgers just took the lead. Brosmer pressured, and down he goes. Rutgers gets a safety. Brosmer's taking his time back there, hanging out in the end zone. Get that thing out of your hands.
He's not a runner, so Max is not, even though he showed his wheels early in the first half, he's not a runner. He's a guy that's going to process a defense.
As he sends a low liner that is fair caught at the 15 by KJ Duff. Give it to Benjamin, and Benjamin rumbles ahead for a few.
There's Parrish again right there creeping down.
Antoine Raymond checks in at running back. Kaliakmanis looking deep, looking towards Strong, and Strong trying to make a move late for the football and can't get to it. Ethan Robinson. Kaliakmanis hands it off. Minnesota defense not fooled at all. Met him at the line of scrimmage. Cody Lindenberg wouldn't let him get beyond that mark.
You know what, Jack? I could probably close my eyes every single time Minnesota's defense is out there and just guess that Cody Lindenberg is going to be on the tackle. Guy's been banged up all through the 2023 season. He's healthy now, very instinctual. He almost makes every tackle.
Got him for a loss of 1. Jacob Anderson on to punt, and Coy Parrish back deep to receive, and Parrish calls for the fair catch at the 26. Brosmer scans and flips it to his running back. This is Taylor, but Taylor cannot get away from Jabome.
He's playing with his hair on fire, balling out. The guy can run, and when he gets to you, is an aggressive tackle.
Now Brosmer had Spencer coming out of his break with space, working on Kaj Sanders. The throw was short. Brosmer, pressure coming, sees it, fires, and Jackson cannot come up with it. So Mark Crawford on to punt, and Minnesota, they need a good one. This is a short punt, and it's going to have an opportunity for a return. It's Dremel, and Dremel scoots his way into Minnesota territory. Well, they might take it day by day, but you know he's thinking about it.
You have to be. And just so our viewers know, I asked him in our production meeting, he said the same thing.
Hand it off. This is Jay-Sean Benjamin, and Jay-Sean Benjamin with a nice cut inside the 30. The sophomore, good find out of Florida for Rutgers. Now on 1st and 10. Kaliakmanis hands it off. It's Benjamin who stays on his feet somehow. Now Benjamin with his quarterback out in front, leading the way, takes it inside the 10.
It takes 11 guys to run the football. Good job by this Rutgers offense.
Couple explosive runs for Benjamin. Why not give him the football one more time, and this go around the Minnesota defense rising to that occasion and stuffing him. Jack Henderson. Antoine Raymond checks in at tailback. 2nd and goal. Kaliakmanis gives. Raymond met, and Raymond is dropped. Not going to gain a thing. That's Anthony Smith who met him. Jay-Sean Benjamin checks back in, and Kaliakmanis going to change the play. Here's Benjamin, and Benjamin trying to get a little push, get a little help from that offensive line as he goes inside the 5 with it. tell. And his kick is good. So Jack Scullion send it deep, and Cole Parrish on the other end of it. Good kick. Parrish stays away, and Minnesota needs points, and they need them fast. Rosemer, quick throw, and trying to just keep 1 foot in bounds as Daniel Jackson, longer beam. Now on 2nd and 10, Rosemer trying to break off a chunk and almost had it intercepted. That football was lingering in the air. 3rd and 10. Rosemer looking complete. His tight end and Jamison Gears keeps this game alive for Minnesota as the clock rolls. Under 2:10, coming down to the 2-minute timeout. Rosemer lofts it out of bounds. Different looking game on the road here.
Completely.
Rosemer trying to make something happen. Throws a missile, and that missile is caught by Brockington.
Shout out to the PSU women's volleyball coach, Katie Schumacher-Crawley. She's battling breast cancer right now.
Now Rosemer firing downfield. It's complete to Daniel Jackson.
And Daniel Jackson doing a good job protecting the throw.
Rosemer looking end zone and diving for it is Spencer, Elijah Spencer. Daniel Jackson to the top of your screen. Rosemer looking for his running back. It is Taylor that comes up with it.
It's a good tackle.
Rosemer, quick pass. It's Jackson, and Jackson is shoved out. So this will bring up a 4th down for Minnesota offensively from 30 yards away. And this kick from Kesic is good. Dragon Kesic hits one with a big hop, and the hop came too soon. It is recovered by a guy that has been phenomenal today, and Ian Strong. And how sweet this must feel for Athan Kaliakmanis. Spent 3 years at Minnesota.
They came out today fired up. They played well.